I'm Heather Rowan, and I'm talking to you today about the worst day of my teaching career. A few details have been fudged here and there to make yours truly look a little bit better. And now, the astronomy lesson. I started teaching the year I turned 21. I didn't tell anyone I was 21, certainly didn't act 21, and I tried very hard not to look like I was 21. I was going for that Marion, the librarian from the Music Man chic. I pulled my hair back in the severest bun I could manage, had some of those cat-eye glasses. I was just trying to make sure everything was under control. You see, I'd heard that adage we all do our first year teaching, not to let the kids see you crack a smile until after Christmas. And I thought, Christmas? Easter. My classroom would be under control. I jumped into teaching with both feet, 172 freshmen in biology class, who I taught everything from DNA replication to how their downstairs parts worked. Freshman is a challenging year to get to know anyone. If you've ever taught that grade, you'll know. It's a difficult time in your life. Olympic gymnasts aside, nobody peaks at 14. They were all special kids, but the most special was a little boy named Brandon. We've all taught a Brandon. Brandon had curly blonde hair, a light smattering of spots, enough energy in his body to rival a bed spring, and a mouth that ran like he was trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I spent a lot of my free time on the phone with Brandon's mom. You see, his goal was to be the center of attention at all times, and my goal was to keep my entire class under control. Needless to say, we both had each other's numbers, figuratively and literally. Now, this story takes place a couple weeks after we come back from Christmas break in January. I'm teaching the kids meiosis, which I love, but it sounds so much like meiosis. I mean, they're both cell division, and we do everything for mitosis. We color, we play with Play-Doh, we make stop-motion animation videos, we even square dance mitosis in my class. Anything for the kids to learn. I didn't usually have time to sit down my first year, but I was today. I was grading papers in between passing periods, waiting for my next class. I was wearing a brand new skirt, really feeling myself. It was a wiggle skirt from my favorite vintage store, Houndstooth, really snug with a little vent at the bottom so you could move. And because it was so sleek and snug, I had to wear some special underwear, if you know what I mean. While I was sitting there grading, I felt, or maybe heard, this almost imperceptible pop. But before I had a chance to think about what it was, in stream, my 7th period, Brandon included, and he takes his regular seat down the left side of the class, regardless of what the seating arrangement says. And we get started just like we always do, warm up, getting out our science notebooks, and I'm gathering my 8 rainbow colors of chalk to write on my trusty green chalkboard, and they're opening their science notebook to the first blank page. Now, I walk around when I talk. I'm not anxious. I'm more of an energetic performer, and today was no different. When we get started in on this lecture, I'm talking about interphase and prophase, and this is a great day. These kids are really focused. They're working in their notebooks, not looking up, not giggling, not peeking in their laps surreptitiously at their phones. By metaphase, it's clear something's different. These kids are really into the lesson. And now you mention it, this skirt is also much easier to walk in than it was earlier. By anaphase, I can't deny that something's different. Chromosomes are not the only thing dividing today. I can tell from the breeze on my bare backside that everything is no longer under control. I begin my slow and subtle sidle to the front of the classroom as 35 bent heads industriously take notes. Now, I know that my trip is going to take me right past Brandon's desk, and he's going to have to say something about it. And so I creep backside to the lab tables, and sure enough, I come up to Brandon's desk. He's blushing pink, the roots of his blonde hair, and he says so quietly, "Miss, I don't know how to say this, but," and I say, "Brandon, I know everything is under control." It was not, but I made my way to the front of the room, still lecturing, and I tied the ugliest rubberized lab apron around my backside and kept going until the bell, thank God, released them for lunch. I ran to the teacher's restroom, and I stapled together the back seam of my dress with all the fury my mortification empowered me with. I came back. I finished the class with nary a giggle or peep. They'd never been that well behaved, and they never were that well behaved again. In fact, that was the best class of all 7 of my years of teaching biology. But then again, that was the first and last time I taught an astronomy lesson. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see you again soon.